Eddie Spiegler was never one for early mornings, except when it meant sneaking into the kitchen to pilfer a biscuit before breakfast. But this day was different. Gone were the familiar sights of smiling neighbours and cobblestone streets. Instead, dark shadows loomed over Leipzig, unfurling Nazi flags, as if competing with the sun. Eddie had always thought that growing up meant getting taller, and one day inheriting his father's pocket watch. He never imagined it would mean being forced out of school for reasons that whispered through mouths, but screamed in actions. His sanctuary, the humble family apartment with its cluttered shelves of books, no longer served as a backdrop for cozy evenings. Instead, it morphed into a memory tonight, Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass. From within a nearby bush, eyes glistening like the shattered windows he hid amongst, Eddie watched helplessly as his family home flickered in flames. His small chest heaved with words trapped like foot soldiers in a siege, a monologue unheard by the world. Eddie, Vio, I was no longer German. I was just a Jew. His words, unlike the fragile basements that housed his childhood dreams, remained unburnt, but weighed heavily on his identity. The following days did nothing to absolve the darkness. Eddie found himself in a place where nightmares wore uniforms and reality donned a star buttonwold. The threshold he crossed here was a harsh line, separating not just space, but time, plucking him from his parents' arms and spinning him towards a new chapter he had no choice but to write. The air was thick with regulations and regimens, lacking the warmth of his mother's embrace, or the reassuring nod of his father's silent courage. His childhood was not merely postponed, but subjected to a brutal transformation, one that echoed with shouts that ended in lists, but began with the abandonment of hope. As shadows crept over his memories of Leipzig, Eddie's vision set its sights on survival, each day a chapter waiting for its sentence. And so, with tentative steps, but a surer heart, he turned the page, finding strength in chapters untold.